Hello, my name is Chris and I will be your personal car reviewer for the next couple of minutes. The Atlas is a brand new vehicle from Volkswagen and is well adapted to the American market, I think. Very big on the outside, very big on the inside, a conservative exterior styling that will appeal to many buyers. With the exception of the Golf, I think Volkswagen has understood that the people in North America want a lot of space and convenience from their vehicles, and they are delivering. See for yourself. The interior size is the star of the show. There is so much room here. Also, the tasteful use of color, materials, and texture suggest effort and good taste, though it does not draw attention to itself. The craftsmanship is top-notch and the gapless finish and the absence of rattles is evident. Anyone familiar with a Volkswagen product will easily find themselves. In fact, the controls are well laid out and the infotainment is relatively straightforward. The digital dash is unique in the non-premium segment and it is well done and easy to consult. Good job, Volkswagen. The seats are comfortable but cannot compare to the Honda Pilot seats, for example. The leather quality is very good. The optional Fender sound system is also very satisfactory. There is third row seating, which I did not try, though it can easily accommodate children. This Volkswagen comes with captain chairs as an option for a reasonable $625 Canadian. The 7-seat setup is standard. The room inside Atlas is gargantuan. It felt like the biggest I had ever seen in this category. Especially when the third row is down, I was mesmerized by the vastness. The suspension is soft, though not sloppy, but became undone over the biggest bumps on Montreal's horrible roads. There are 4 versions, and if you can live without real leather and the Fender sound system, the model just above base model is priced at $41,000 Canadian. It actually represents a value and comes with leatherette seats, an 8-speaker sound system, and tri-zone climate control. As far as the trunk is concerned, it's huge. The power liftgate is nice. Take a look at this cavern. It makes Atlas versatile. Overall, this is a very good vehicle, but the competition is tough. Pilot and Ascent are formidable and is really a coin toss as to which is definitely better. All are big and well built. You should try them all. Of note, the Atlas has a bumper-to-bumper warranty of 4 years, unlike most manufacturers that offer 3 years, not insignificant. The engine here is a 6-cylinder with 276 horsepower and 266 pounds of torque, a bit low for this size of engine. Fuel economy stands at 13.8 liters in the city and 10.2 liters on the highway, or 1723 mpg for American customers. The transmission is an 8-speed automatic. Here are my thoughts on the road. Hello car lovers, driving the 2019 Volkswagen Atlas. This is a brand new vehicle, first time Volkswagen makes it. It's not replacing the Touareg. It doesn't feel at all like the Touareg. I really like the Touareg, by the way. This vehicle competes more with Honda Pilot and Toyota Highlander. What about this vehicle? I can think of 3 letters to describe this vehicle. USA, USA, USA. It is big. It is big, it is comfortable, it is roomy. What about the exterior styling? The exterior styling, I think, is subtle, but it does the job. Volkswagen always has a styling or a design language which seems to last a little bit longer than its other competitors. On the inside, that exterior styling translates into a huge amount of space here. When you're sitting in back, like, there's so much room. There's so much room. So from a space point of view, it's wonderful. What else about this vehicle? I have a pretty good visibility here. This panoramic roof is ginormous, and the suspension is very soft. I'm driving here in Lachine, a borough of Montreal. Probably could be a contender for the world's shittiest roads. The start-stop does not draw attention to itself, and the insulation is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's better than its competitors, but it's certainly not worse. It's within the range. On the highway before I tested it, I could hear a bit of noise, but it was pretty muted. What else about this interior? Well, the interior quality of the materials, the way the panels fit together, the quality of the craftsmanship. It is evident that this is a Volkswagen. Everything feels well bolted together. I have a feeling that you won't hear any cracks or rattles for this for many years, as is the case with other Volkswagen products. That's another Volkswagen edge. Another thing I noticed about this vehicle, I was talking to Ross before, and I was saying, you know what, we're driving all these intermediate SUVs, and I really can't feel much of a difference between the different ones. There's not a world of difference between an Ascent and this vehicle and a Pilot and whatever. The only vehicle maybe that has a difference is the CX-9, but I'm going to tell you right now, the CX-9 on the inside feels almost more like a compact, but it is much more sporty looking on the inside and the outside. But Ross made the interesting remark that it's really about the engine. The engine is really going to make be the biggest difference between the different vehicles, and I agreed with him. This one has a nice V6. Non-turbocharged engines tend to be more reliable over the long term just by the nature of their lack of complexity, and this V6 from Volkswagen is a known entity for them. Another thing that I have to remark about this vehicle is the way, and it's a more general comment about Volkswagen, is the way how everything is wrapped up well. What I mean by that is that the exterior styling, the fit and finish from the inside, the leather of the seats, everything seems to fit together. The color scheme here, the wood, the silver trim, the dark finish, the dark like rubber finish, the leather in the door, it just all works together. So that's really a nice aspect of this type of vehicle. Another thing that's good about Volkswagen is the familiarity. If you've already driven another Volkswagen product, this is very easy to get into because the knobs and the buttons are the same throughout the entire lineup, and so it's relatively easy to use. It's the same thing for the infotainment, relatively easy to use, relatively easy to navigate through to get the basic functions done. So all in all, I think this is a very good product. I think it's like somewhere in between recommendable and highly recommendable for the lease, and certainly recommendable for the purchase. And that is my review. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you own this vehicle or one of its competitors, perhaps you can leave in the comments brief notes about your experience. People who watch these videos look in the comments and read them to find out what others think about the vehicle or what the experiences they've had. And of course, if you really like this video, obviously you can subscribe, duh. And that is it.